Around 1200 BCE, a shadow fell across the ancient world. Mysterious invaders emerged from the sea, bringing an era of unprecedented prosperity to a sudden, violent end. These were the Sea Peoples, a name that echoes through the annals of history with an air of profound mystery. They swept across the Mediterranean, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. Empires crumbled, great cities burned to the ground, and entire civilizations vanished from the historical record. Their sudden appearance marked a cataclysmic turning point. Ancient Egyptian records are our primary source for understanding these enigmatic groups. They are consistently referred to as the Sea Peoples, a collective term for various distinct groups. Their identity and origins remain one of history's greatest unsolved puzzles. The story of the Sea Peoples is more than just a tale of destruction. It is a narrative of collapse, resilience, and the enduring questions that challenge historians and archaeologists to this day. Their impact reshaped the ancient world forever. Before the storm, the Mediterranean world flourished in an age of interconnectedness. Around 1300 BCE, it was a vibrant tapestry of civilizations, linked by intricate trade networks. This period represented the zenith of the Late Bronze Age. Powerful empires dominated the landscape, each a beacon of culture and might. The formidable Hittite Empire held sway in Anatolia, while the Egyptian New Kingdom reigned supreme along the Nile. Mycenaean Greece thrived with its palatial centers, and Assyria was a rising power in Mesopotamia. This era was characterized by remarkable technological advancements. Bronze metallurgy reached its peak, enabling sophisticated tools and weaponry. Writing systems like hieroglyphs and Linear B facilitated complex administration and record-keeping. Monumental architecture, from temples to palaces, showcased immense economic prosperity and organized labor. Key players defined this cosmopolitan world. Ramesses II, the Great Pharaoh, presided over a powerful and wealthy Egyptian New Kingdom. The Hittite Empire, known for its iron technology, was a formidable rival and ally. Mycenaean Greece boasted elaborate palace cultures and a unique script. Linear B cosmopolitan Levantine cities, such as Ugarit, served as vital hubs for international trade and diplomacy. The first tremors of crisis began to shake the Bronze Age world between 1250 and 1200 BCE. Early warning signs emerged in frantic diplomatic correspondence between rulers, revealing growing anxieties. Cities began to fortify their defenses, a clear indication of perceived threats. Trade routes, once bustling arteries of commerce, experienced significant disruptions. Reports of displaced populations and refugee movements became more frequent. These subtle shifts hinted at an impending widespread catastrophe. The Ugarit letters provide a chilling first-hand account of the unfolding disaster. King Amurapi of Ugarit sent desperate pleas for aid to his allies. His messages detailed cities being burned and enemy ships appearing on the horizon, signaling an unprecedented maritime threat. Ugarit itself suffered a systematic and complete destruction. The once thriving port city was utterly abandoned, its sophisticated culture obliterated. This tragic fate served as a stark warning of the invaders' destructive power. Egyptian records offer crucial insights into these events. Ramesses III's Karnak inscription speaks of a widespread conspiracy among foreign lands, hinting at a coordinated assault. The Medinet Habu reliefs vividly depict the battles fought against these invaders, showcasing their distinctive appearance. The identity of the Sea Peoples remains a subject of intense scholarly debate. Egyptian texts list various groups, including the Peliset, Cheka, Shekelesh, Denyen, and Weshesh. Their precise origins and affiliations are still not fully understood. Physical descriptions from Egyptian reliefs provide valuable clues. The Sea Peoples are often depicted with distinctive feathered headdresses and round shields. They wielded long, straight swords, a weapon that may have offered a tactical advantage. Their advanced naval technology and combined land and sea tactics made them a formidable and terrifying force. The period between 1200 and 1150 BCE witnessed the full fury of the Bronze Age collapse. This was not an isolated event, but a systematic wave of destruction that swept across the entire Mediterranean basin. The interconnected world unraveled with terrifying speed. Greece suffered immense devastation. Mycenaean palaces, once centers of power and wealth, were burned to the ground. Archaeological evidence points to a significant population decline across the region. The sophisticated Linear B writing system was lost, plunging Greece into a period of illiteracy and ushering in a dark age that lasted for centuries. Anatolia, home to the mighty Hittite Empire, also succumbed. The Hittite capital, Hattusa, was abandoned and never reoccupied. Troy's Sephenta, a city with a long and storied history, was destroyed. The entire Hittite administrative system vanished, leaving a power vacuum and erasing a major civilization from the map. The islands of Cyprus and the coastal Levant faced similar fates. Major centers like Enkomi in Cyprus were destroyed, their vibrant cultures disrupted. Coastal cities throughout the Levant were devastated, leading to widespread cultural discontinuity. The intricate trade networks that had sustained these regions collapsed. Egypt, though weakened, mounted a desperate last stand. Rameses III led his forces in epic land and naval battles around 1178 BCE against the Sea Peoples. The Medinet Habu reliefs vividly portray these fierce engagements, showing the pharaoh's determination to protect his realm. Despite Rameses III's proclaimed victory, the cost was immense. Egypt was severely weakened by the prolonged conflict and the strain on its resources. It lost control of its valuable territories in the Levant, diminishing its imperial reach. The kingdom faced economic collapse and administrative breakdown, marking the beginning of its decline as a dominant power. The mystery of the Sea Peoples and the Bronze Age collapse has spurred numerous theories. Historians and archaeologists continue to debate their origins, motivations, and the ultimate causes of such widespread destruction. Unraveling this enigma requires piecing together fragmented evidence. One leading theory suggests the Sea Peoples were climate refugees. Severe drought and agricultural collapse across the Near East could have driven mass migrations. Pollen data from the period supports the idea of prolonged arid conditions, forcing populations to seek new lands and resources. Another compelling theory posits that displaced Mycenaeans formed a significant component of these raiders. Internal warfare and societal breakdown within Mycenaean Greece might have led to large populations becoming displaced. These desperate groups, skilled in warfare, could have turned to piracy and raiding for survival. A third theory focuses on technological revolution. The emergence of iron weaponry, superior to bronze, could have given certain groups a military advantage. This innovation might have disrupted existing power structures and fueled new forms of warfare, contributing to the collapse. A broader perspective points to a system's collapse. The interconnected Bronze Age system, while prosperous, was inherently fragile. Its reliance on complex trade networks and centralized administrations made it vulnerable to cascading failures. A series of localized crises could have triggered a domino effect, leading to widespread societal breakdown. Archaeological evidence provides crucial insights into these theories. Synchronized destruction layers found across numerous sites indicate a widespread and relatively simultaneous wave of violence. Indicators of violence, such as burned cities and skeletal remains, are prevalent. Furthermore, cultural changes observed in the archaeological record suggest significant population movements and the emergence of new groups. The evidence, though compelling, often raises more questions than answers. The precise interplay of these factors, climate change, internal strife, technological shifts, and systemic vulnerabilities, likely contributed to the cataclysm. The Sea Peoples may have been a symptom, a catalyst, or both in this complex historical process. The immediate aftermath of the Bronze Age collapse was a period of profound regression. The Dark Ages began, characterized by a widespread loss of knowledge and literacy. Massive population declines occurred across many regions, and technological regression became evident as complex skills were forgotten. Out of the ashes of the old order, new powers gradually began to emerge. The Philistines, often identified with the Peliset Sea Peoples, settled in the southern Levant, establishing their own distinct culture. Aramaean states rose in Mesopotamia and Syria, contributing to a new linguistic and cultural landscape. Greece slowly began its recovery, laying the foundations for its classical age. The historical significance of the Sea Peoples and the Bronze Age collapse cannot be overstated. It marked the end of the first globalization, a period of extensive international trade and diplomatic relations. This cataclysmic event served as a crucial transition between the Bronze and Iron Ages, fundamentally reshaping human civilization. The collapse led to profound cultural transformations. New political structures, economic systems, and social hierarchies emerged from the ruins of the old. The memory of the Sea Peoples, though shrouded in mystery, became a foundational element in the narratives of the surviving cultures. Many unsolved mysteries about the Sea Peoples persist to this day. Their exact origins, their internal organization, and their ultimate fate remain subjects of ongoing research and debate. These enduring questions continue to fascinate historians and archaeologists. The story of the Sea Peoples also offers striking modern parallels. It serves as a powerful historical example of systemic risk and the fragility of complex societies. The potential for climate migration and large-scale refugee crises, driven by environmental or political instability, resonates deeply with the events of the late Bronze Age. The Sea Peoples remind us that even the most advanced civilizations are not immune to collapse.